Greetings, comic friends. It is Wednesday, so we're going to do some TGIW. Thank God it is Wednesday. Best day of the week, new comic book day. Wow, had quite the crazy week this week. Let me lift up. Let me get my haul this week. Oh, man, this is insane. I had 6 books this week. That is all. 6 books. I don't think I've had this few books, aside from when books weren't coming out or when they first started trickling back out. That's an exception. But other than that, I don't think I've had a week this small since early 2000s. Maybe 6 books. That's insane. Oh man, I sneeze and 6 books are read. But I always have more stuff to read, so I like these light weeks. It lets me get back to reading through backstock stuff, because that's a never-ending, never-ending. I don't know. It's never-ending. It's a never-ending something. So I always need more time for that. But let's look through what we got. I'm actually real excited about everything in here. So we have Strange Academy number 13. I believe this is the beginning of a new arc. So we're kind of coming in with the where we leave off last time, where the crystal guy got shattered and put back together, and that whole mystery got solved. The one kid was hosting some demonic thing. I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because I think this is completely unrelated new story arc, so it should be fun. Amazing Spider-Man number 78. So in the last issue, Morbius showed up, and Ben got bit, which probably isn't good. But the Morbius trailer dropped, they're trying to build the hype, so they make sure that those characters show up in books. I get it. I don't know. It's fine. Like, as long as it doesn't feel like super forced, it's okay. Like, it's been a while since Morbius showed up. It seems okay, but come on. The actual reason he's showing up is because of the movie. Also, I mean, if you've seen the trailer for that, let me know what you think of the trailer. I mean, as far as those Sony pictures go, which kind of exist outside of the MCU and apart from Spider-Man, I mean, Morbius looked really good. I don't know how much I like the callback to Venom, right? Because why would Morbius know? Like, why would he say that? Right? It's a little too fourth wall breaking. Why would he say, "I am Venom"? Why would Michael Morbius know that Venom said, "I am Venom," and that was sort of a key point of that's. I was actually kind of enjoying it until that, and which is funny because obviously it was put in there because they thought people would like it. Like, oh yeah, we'll really get them going by putting this little Venom kickback in there. Like, oh, you know what? Actually, that's what made it the worst. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. We have Eternals number 7. So I think it's been a while since we had number 6. We had Eternals 1 through 6, and then just a string of one-shots. I mean, I've let my opinion of that be known. I don't like a bunch of one-shots. It makes them difficult to find. It makes them difficult to pre-order. It makes them difficult to organize. Right? So I order books alphabetically, where I have ongoing series of a particular title or a character or team or whatever, of ongoings in alphabetical order. Then I'll have mini-series in alphabetical order. Then I'll have one-shots after that. So even though those one-shots pertain to this story, They're all gonna show up after, and since the one shots themselves are gonna be alphabetical, because so I can find them if I need to. I mean, we organize things alphabetically for a reason. They're gonna be not necessarily in release order or reading order. So if I ever want to read this again or lend it to someone, like, oh, this was a really great Eternal story, here I want to give you all of it, it's kind of a pain. Like, okay, well, I'd have to give them like notes, right? All right, read 1 through 6, and then read all these individual issues in this order, and then pick back up. I don't like it. Just and if a series has a bunch of one shots in it, and one shot stories in it, that's fine. Just make it so it's easy to read from beginning to end after they've been cataloged. Alien number 8. So this is the second issue of a new arc. I think it's like there was like this peaceful planet where it was just like real serene and nice, and then the ship crashed on it, and guess what was on board the ship? It wasn't more cattle for their flock. Cattle for their sheep for their flock. Cattle for their, what is a group of cows for their cattle? Cattle is the group of cows. It wasn't more cows for their cattle. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. Anyway, yeah. I kind of like this idea of the Aliens books. The arcs aren't necessarily related to each other. Right? It's basically the same of having limited series after limited series after, like, all right, we got this limited series done, now we're going to do another limited series. Kind of the way that like Marvel's does it. I find that kind of obnoxious too, mostly because of the alphabetizing of them. They end up getting put in my collection, not necessarily in the order they came out or to be read, because they're alphabetized. This is fine. Right? Your issues 1 through 6 was its own self-contained story. 7 through 12 is going to be completely unrelated story, but it's there. I like that. Do more stuff like that, Marvel. And of all the things that matter the least, it's probably Aliens. Echo's saying stuff. Joker number 9. I'm gonna ride sort of this arc out and then reevaluate it. I kind of say that every week, every month that I get this, I'm like, yeah, you're probably never gonna see it again. I'm probably gonna drop it, and I just don't, because I just don't think of it. If anything, it'll end at some point, right? And then Venom number 1. So the first issue of Al Ewing's Venom. I'm super excited for this. You all know how I feel about Ewing's run on Immortal Hulk. He is one of the reasons that I decided to go for. I decided to get so many Hulks, and I'm ending up with a run of it. So that guy owes me a lot of money because he's cost me a lot of money in getting that stupid run for whatever reason. But he really bolstered my interest in Hulk. I think the way that Donny Cates' Venom bolstered interest in Venom for other people. Donny Cates' Venom was great. I liked it. I was a much bigger fan of Ewing's Hulk. So I'm curious to see if Ewing does for Venom what Cates did for Venom for other people. Maybe, I don't know. Not that I think that Cates' Venom was bad by any means. It was a fantastic run. I think maybe just at the core, I probably like Hulk a little bit more as a character than Venom, so it kind of had that going for it. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm really excited to read that. But that is it. Like the lightest week ever. It crazy to me. Only six books, and they're all solid. No indies either. That's kind of weird. I think there might have been an indie number 1 that I saw on the shelf that I flipped through and thought about getting, but ended up not, obviously. But I think it's just a combination of it being a light week and me having not necessarily cut back, but just haven't been picking up limited series, and limited series that I was reading have just fallen off and ended. So yeah, I had a lot of limited series for a while. It was kind of a pain, but that's kind of evening out now. So I'm real happy with that. Very cool. All right, so let me know what you think. Let me know what you got this week that you're really excited about. What I got that you're really excited about. What I should have got that I didn't. That I should be excited about. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to make yours Titan. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.